Dear friends, on this beautiful Good Friday day, we celebrate a God who is always with us and willing to give his life for us. Good Friday is the most solemn day of the Christian year. It is the day when love is stretched to its limit, when Jesus embraces the full weight of human suffering, and when the cross, an instrument of death, becomes the throne of salvation. Year A with John's passion narrative, we're invited to see not only the brutality of the crucifixion, but also the majesty of Christ's self-giving love. The cross becomes not a defeat, but a revelation. The Gospel of John does something striking. Jesus is not portrayed as a victim overwhelmed by events. He stands with quiet authority. He steps forward in the garden and says, I am he. He protects his disciples. He speaks with dignity before Pilate. He carries the cross with purpose. He declares it is finished, not in despair, but in completion. So Good Friday reveals a truth that overturns our instincts. God's power is revealed not in domination, but in self-emptying love. So the silence of God and the weight of human sin makes Good Friday uncomfortable, which it should be. But we confront the reality that Jesus suffers because the world rejects love. Betrayal is what Jesus suffered, injustice, violence, fear, indifference. These forces didn't disappear in the first century. They still shape our world today. Therefore, my dear friends, Good Friday asks us to be honest. Where do these same forces live in us? Where do we choose convenience over compassion, silence over truth, self-protection over love? The cross is not meant to crush us with guilt, but to awaken us to transformation. The passion becomes a story of love. Even in agony, Jesus continues to love, continues to forgive, entrusts Mary and John to one another. He thirsts not only physically but spiritually for our salvation. He gives everything, holding back nothing. This is not love that stays at a safe distance. This is love that enters the darkest places of human experience and refuses to leave us there alone. Good Friday teaches us that no suffering is beyond the rush of God's compassion. Behold a man seeing Christ clearly. Pilate's words, behold a man, becomes an invitation for us. Behold the one who carries our wounds, bears our fears, absorbs our violence, and refuses to stop loving. To behold Christ on Good Friday is to see the truth about God and the truth about ourselves. We see God who would rather die than stop loving humanity. We see humanity capable of both cruelty and redemption. So a tomb becomes a place of waiting, not finality. The tomb becomes not a place that has the final word, but a place of waiting. Good Friday ends not with a resolution, but with silence. So Jesus is laid in the tomb. The tomb is rolled into place. The world holds its breath, but even here, hope is quietly at work. Good Friday reminds us that God does some of his deepest work in silence, in waiting, in places that look like endings. Dear friends, We are invited to stand at the foot of the cross with humility and awe, not to rush past the pain, not to skip ahead to Easter, but to let the mystery of Christ's love sink deeply into our hearts. The cross is not simply a moment in history. It is the ongoing revelation of a God who loves without limits. May we be blessed today. May we have a good Friday. Thank you and God bless you.